Hey everyone, meteorologist Mike Griffith for East Coast Weather Authority. It's about 10 o'clock here on the 15th of November 2017. It is Wednesday, and we do have a cold shot coming through this weekend. First, we got to take care of business with this little weak system here, this little spinner over the Great Lakes in Michigan right now. This is a upper level low pressure system swinging a cold front down, albeit weak. Some moisture ahead of this. There could be a couple of showers, some drizzle possibly ahead of this cold front, basically from this point and north, and lots of cooler and drier air ushering in behind this. So that's what it's going to be like for Thursday. And then it's a little bit of a slight warming trend, but then we have some big changes coming on Saturday and into Sunday. Basically, it starts to get rolling on Saturday, but then the real changes come through on Sunday and Monday. So there we go with the cold front, the weak cold front here that completes its move through Thursday morning as we go into the daytime hours here on Thursday. Looks like that front is going to basically take a hike, and we should be having the sun back out here in the southeast part of the United States. Showery, rainy, stormy, even some cold air up here in New England. There could be some snow showers mixing in with some of the higher mountains up here. And active out west there. Looks like California gets a little shot of precipitation there. This is actually big news when California gets rain, because they definitely need it. They've been needing it, and here it is for the mountains right there as well. Then as we go into Friday, a little bit of a warming trend here. A sunny day starts to warm up here a little bit in the east as we go into Friday and Saturday. But then we have this storm system out here forming by Saturday. And there could be some severe thunderstorms out here associated with this low pressure system, especially right around here, especially where the L is. We're looking at Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and even Illinois, including Chicago. And this system gets its act together and it starts to swing a cold front down here into the deep south, which could touch off some severe thunderstorms here through the Tennessee River Valley, Ohio River Valley, and also into the Appalachians right there. Could even be some mountain snows in West Virginia as we go late into Saturday night and early Sunday. By early Sunday, we're going to be freezing here throughout the day on Sunday. The temperature just drops like a rock. Lake effect snows affecting New York State, probably northwestern Pennsylvania here as well. I don't think this model really does us justice. And then a big cold high sets in. Very cold Monday morning here. We're looking at temperatures well below normal. Here is the departure from normal right here. And you can see these big rivers of cold air up here in Canada, which just keeps feeding the cold shots here in the eastern United States. I'll stick it to the ensembles because this is what it's going to be showing for Sunday night and the Monday. This is, especially this bright purple, this is all bitter cold air. So we can really expect some well below normal departures for this time of year coming Monday. So you're going to need your hat, mittens, scarves, and gloves, and leave your car warming up in the morning to leave yourself time. You could even have some frost attached to the windshield. But it could be that the fact that it might just be so cold that it squeezes all the moisture out of the air. Cold and dry, so probably not expecting too much in the way of frost. But look at this, it just stays cold also on the Tuesday morning as well. And I want you to take notice to this this very deep layer of Arctic air right here over the southern Canadian prairies, loading up once again. And I can back out a little bit here and show you on a grander scale where all that cold air is. It's up there in the Yukon territory. I made a post about this on the Facebook page over on Facebook. You can go to East Coast Weather Authority, search for that, and you can find our page. Also, I'm going to put the link in the description of this video so you can also head over to Facebook so you can follow us. Alaska, the mountains there, also the Yukon territory, down into Saskatchewan and Alberta. It looks like this is going to be another loading cold shot here as we go into the end of November. Look at the doors are just open here across the Canadian prairies and in the upper Midwest for very cold air that just can spill into the eastern United States and keep us very cold there, very Arctic-like. The Arctic Circle is all the way up here in the northern part of Alaska, so this air, I'm thinking, is being displaced from down up in here. So this is what's going to feel like in the coming end of this month. So it looks like a very cold end to November here on the GEFS, and that's just very favorable for icy cold blasts that keep coming into the East Coast. I think it's going to be more or less dry. I don't see there being too much in the way of any type of um, snowstorms, but I just think it's just going to be plain flat out cold. This ensemble is impressive for November 28th here into the later of this month. And then as we start off December, it looks like we're still going to be in that trough pattern here to the east, remaining cold as the warm over the North Pole is forcing all this colder air south. Again, cold and dry, not expecting a lot in the way of rain or precipitation or snow yet. But things could change once we head into December. For now, just looking at really cold there, especially for anywhere from the Midwest down into the Southeast and Northeast, and basically the whole East Coast. And even Florida will have to watch out for some of these cold snaps because their orange groves are up there, and the Panhandle in northern Florida, and they're going to have to watch out for those freezes. Make sure that those farm trees, orange trees, don't die from the freeze. So this is a very favorable pattern for cold and snow lovers because the cold air is in place and it'll be favorable to develop some kind of coastal system off the coast here and move up. I'm thinking that there could be one of those, or there could be a series of clippers that move down through the jet stream that could bring a lot of quick hitting half-inch snowstorms. Then they're over in like a few hours. The clippers that come out of Alberta and they just kind of skate down this way and then offshore, but they leave a little swath of like maybe a coating, no more than half an inch, maybe an inch across this whole area right up in here. So that could be something to watch through the end of November as the pattern becomes active, especially in this area up here. But a lot of the Weather Service forecast for La Nina, rather, we're saying warm and dry here across the southeast, but I think it's going to be cold and dry, not so much warm and dry, and that's going to be our flip in the forecast for La Nina. But still, the jet stream is going to remain active up here in the northern branch. But anyway, we just got to get the southern branch going, which really isn't doing a whole heck of a lot. We can take a look at that on 250 millibar winds. And the subtropical jet is really weak. It's not really that strong. And it doesn't really show up on satellite that well either. I mean, there's some confluence zones off the coast and all that, but this is basically the Pacific jet that's going to be split. So again, this isn't going to be favorable for any type of nor'easters or anything really major moving up the coast and make a major snowstorm. This is more of a pattern that's favorable for things coming down in the jet stream across the Canadian prairies and also the upper Midwest. It's going to be busy for them because they're going to have a lot of quick hitting snowstorms that are going to drop like maybe quarter, half an inch, no more than dustings and repeated shots of those and repeated icy cold blasts behind those clipper systems. Kind of looks like 2003 at this point if we were to compare it to anything. And then these models don't do a good job of handling the cold really that well. Another thing to keep in mind. So it could be a little bit colder than we think right now. We will update this as we get closer, but for now, it's not looking like anything warm. It's not looking like any type of blowtorch or anything like that through the end of this month anyway, the beginning of December. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching East Coast Weather Authority. Follow us on Facebook there, and also check out May Landscaping Services there in Hampton Roads, Virginia. If you live in that area, he does snow removal, post-storm cleanup with branch removal, and also does a lot of outdoor patio and yard work. Thanks a lot for watching, and I wish you all well, and have a great rest of your week if I don't talk to you.